guys. Well, we got another piece to the puzzle. Alright, well, I got Little John nosed up to the shop. I mean, it'll fit in here, but I don't really have room. And this will be totally sufficient. I think I'm going to get my floor jack. I might lift it up a little bit and get my floor jack. And maybe that way I can manipulate the coupler by myself, because I'm doing this by myself. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. So the instructions show, I don't think it really matters what side this goes on. And since this side has the ID tag, I told you I was going to tell you guys about this. So State Tractor and Equipment, they have these couplers made. Yes, I think they're made in China. I'm pretty certain that he told me they were made by his guy in China. I don't know what steel it's made out of. I don't know, but it's very economical. I'm not going to go over the price with you. You call them. I don't know if he helped me out a little bit because of my channel or what. I don't know. He's really trying to earn my business and trying to get me to buy some Santies. But he has these made for a Sany 75 in the 80s, the 95s, all the 50 millimeter pin machines. It came with the pin. I painted it John Deere gray because I touched up the stick. I'm not quite sure why, because I'm gonna have to weld that to the stick. So, but I was kind of excited one day. I was touching everything up because it was pretty rusty. Up here it looks like they dug through a lot of gravel. You can kind of see where it was pitted. Anyways, but we're gonna try to get this thumb on because I'd like to go get hydraulic lines for this. So you guys can sit here and make fun of me and watch me pipe my way through this. But I'll be super excited to have it set up, ready to go, pin grabber, let's do it, you know. The pin came with it, and what we're supposed to do is, you see that big hole, never mind the little holes, all those are grease. So this is a solid pin, and then this here it coincides with the bolt hole there in this ear. So then what you do, say I want to put it on this side so we don't have to mess up my ID tag. I don't really think it matters which side. So say this is on the pin, and then they give you 2 pieces of half or 3/4, so, I don't know, that's thick. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably 5/8. So just imagine this is here like so. So then you take this and you go like that. And then, you know, you use this for kind of a gusset. So that way you can stabilize it. And then what happens is the pin slides in, and then you put a bolt through there to capture it, and then that way it keeps that pin from spinning without having it bolted anywhere into the machine. So, and then the thumb come with a lot of shims, lots of different shims, so we can shim it up and get it to fit. The main pin had a little bit of scale rust on it, so it was really nice because that got me a discount. Cha-ching. We won't discuss how much I paid for it. I don't know, you know, I don't know what stuff goes for here, there, and everywhere. I mean, everybody's market is different. I know it shouldn't be, and everybody gets aggravated about it, but it is what it is. So we won't discuss pricing or anything, but I got a good deal on it. Yes, it's a tag thumb. I know some people don't like them, but I'm not saying it's my first choice. I actually like another thumb I was thinking about buying, and it was just, it's a money thing at this point, because I don't know what else this is going to need. It may not need anything, and then maybe I'll hate my choice of thumbs. But I'm having final drive, or at least right hand drive issues. So until I get that solved, I don't know how much more I want to spend on everything else, because the machine might have to go away. I don't want to have more in the machine than's what it's worth. So, and then I still have to, it's got a foot pedal in it. Here's my pin for the coupler, for locking the coupler. But it's got a foot pedal in it, but it also has thumb controls. Well, the thumb controls aren't wired up yet. I talked to my Deere dealer that I got the thumb from, and they told me where the tape out is, you know, where the plug was. It's already wired up with a plug because it's running the relays behind the seat. We'll have to get it out. It's over here on the left hand side as you're facing the seat. That'll be part of this maybe series or something. We might do a couple videos, you know, putting the thumb on, getting the thumb wired, and then I've got to try to find a proportional switch. Only if the whole thing was going to go that easy. It's not, I can tell you. It will not. Guarantee ya. Guarantee it. Alright, so this needs to be centered up in the stick the best you can. Work on stuff, you have to have blocks of wood. I mean, I think it's a thing. Oh my goodness. Close? Talk to me, guys. Sorry. Okay. So, since I'm going to put the flag over on this side, we need our big pin over on this side. Man, don't tell me that's lined up like really good. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Sorry. Okay, so this has to go up against the coupler. Or, well, I guess it doesn't have to, but it's going to. So, let's... I'm just going to stand back here and look at it a little bit. I've got that kind of started in there a little bit, so I can tweak that a little more. Okay. For our shims, now you have to figure out kind of what shim will go in there to keep it centered. Actually, I'm going to grab a tape measure and I'm going to measure from here to the stick, and then that way we can make sure that we're really close. I'm trying to get ahead of myself here. So, hang on. Tape measure right here. And we have 4 5/8. 4 3/16. See how close I am. Oh, not close at all. I mean, it was close. Whew, right there. Okay. This is the pin started in the coupler just a little bit. The flag's up there. I mean, to me, I would rather use more solid shims than small shims. So let's see. Oh, we have numbers. 165, 165, 165, 165. So we have 2 165s, whatever that is. And then we have 2 with part numbers. 166, 166. I assume all those. That one's not. I want to kind of categorize them. Okay, so there's our 4 sizes. So let's see. How much do we have over here on the other side? Okay, so 2 of the 165s will fit the other side pretty good, it looks like. So let's try our 165s and then the 2 other thick ones. Nope, we still need more. So that's a little snug. Let's grab the thinner one. That's pretty good. I think I can live with that. So I'm going to put the thick ones on the outside. It doesn't really matter, guys. You're just shimming it. But I'm going to put the thick ones on the outside for no other reason besides it makes sense in my head. Alright, so let's put these in here. Look in there, those are probably going to wear down a little bit, and I'm going to have to re-shim it here after a while because this is going to be sitting on the weld. And actually, I guess I need to see, I mean that pin ought to go all the way through. Didn't really think about where that hole is going to sit. Yes, I'm gonna have to put that towards that flag will have to be on the outside. So the flag will have to be here, and then, like I said, we can still put that on. No. I don't know if it really matters which side. They showed it on the left-hand side as you're sitting in the machine. I wouldn't think it would really matter. It shouldn't matter either way. But if we put it on the other side, just eyeballing it. No, we better put it over here. So let's put it on there first. Hopefully we can get it lined up with the hole. That being said, I could probably switch out a thin shim now for thicker shims. Well, I might have moved this as well. Get through some of those. Stick one back now. Alright, I'm going to try to do this without pulling the cylinder off. If I have to pull the cylinder off, I will, but I think I can probably get it rolled up there and be good. So it might help if I pull the stick up and then there we go. Oh yeah! That's not good at all! That is not fine. That actually sucks. That block of wood down there just in case the strap lets go. Double checking, thumb centered, And then you're supposed to use a 1/2 inch shim in between the thumb here and the stick. That's what it said. There's a flat spot there, so I'm gonna grab a piece of 1/2 inch flat bar and I'm gonna ratchet strap it up, and it looks like it'll hold okay. All right, well, let you guys take a look at it. That is the thumb basically on Little John. It's on the coupler, got the pin in. Yes, I don't have the right size bolt. I've got a 1/4 inch bolt in there. It's the only thing I had 5 inches long. I'll get a 3/8 bolt when I'm out getting hydraulic lines, but I've got my 1/2 inch shim in there on the stop. It looks like my cylinder is all the way down to where the paint is, but I have to pull the plugs out. Well, I don't have to pull the plugs out. I'm going to pull the plugs out and take one with me so I can make sure I've got the right fitting that goes in there. Man, I don't know why does this plumbing kit have that valve all the way down there? I mean, look, that's crazy. But if I do a 90 and then have the hose come up and then do a 90, probably have to trim that bolt down a little bit there. We'll double nut it. Oh, I guess actually it's a lock nut. I said most times they do like this. They double nut it. But anyways, now I can put my pin back in my bucket. Yes, I have a set of bucket pins ordered. My buddy was giving me crap about it. He's like, well, you're gonna wear your coupler out. I know, I ordered a set of bucket pins. I'm just gonna put it in for right now. They ought to be here fairly quick. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but see the light through there? So I know the welds on that thumb. I could have blended the welds, I guess, a little bit and made it fit a little snugger. It's meant to have a little bit of play. I don't know, the thumb looks really good. It looks true on the machine. Doesn't look like anything's, you know, crazy catawampus, nothing like that. Like I said, I know my bucket pins, or at least my main pin, the bushings are a little loose. Yes, I know now's the time to do it. They don't have them in stock. I'm just trying to get the machine put together so I can get the hydraulics working. It's not gonna hurt it with running it with a bucket pin bushing, you know, the stick bushing a little loose. It's not going to be that big a deal. Obviously I have to clean all this up before I weld it, but I wanted to kind of get it fit up so I can go get hydraulic lines. The nice thing is it looks like I can literally make the same line side to side. It doesn't look like I'm going to need an additional or, you know, any kind of different line. They can just make me two of the same lines. Anyways, and we'll probably, instead of trying to get them clocked right, we're probably going to put a fitting. I guess the fitting's going to make me, I don't know, I'll check it out when I get there. I don't want to get crazy wide, but obviously, you know, it's going to be inside the thumb area, so that'll kind of help give it some protection. But anyways, we will get some hydraulic lines, and then we'll get back to welding the thumb on. So we'll probably separate it out. This video is getting kind of long. We're probably going to separate it out, you know, fitting up the thumb, and then we'll, you know, weld the thumb on and maybe put hydraulic lines or something on. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. That's a tag thumb. Actually, I'm going to go put that bucket pin in, and I'm going to measure for lines, but then I'm going to go put the bucket on and make sure that there's no interference, and you know, it's not crazy, or it's the wrong thumb. It could be, they told me it was for a coupler machine, but I want to make sure. So if you don't have a coupler on it, you need a shorter thumb, because obviously your bucket pin, which is this, goes right there. It pins onto the machine. This is supposed to be a thumb for a coupler, so I want to verify before we go any further. But anyways, there's the thumb setup on Little John. Thanks, guys.